Coach, do you want to start us off with an opening statement?
Sure.
Open it up for questions.
I think, especially going into Thanksgiving this week, we're all very thankful for the opportunity, one, to play college basketball at a place like VCU, and then two, to be in a location like this and get to do this. There's not a lot of teams that get this opportunity and to play on a stage like this. So, we had a nice dinner last night with a very large group, and you could feel the gratitude throughout the room, and just very grateful to be here for these opportunities, and personally very grateful for these two guys, but also that whole group in there. They've been a lot of fun to coach, and looking forward to the next couple months here with them, and hopefully making a good run.
Okay, the first question that I got in advance, South Florida, what do you see from them, your first matchup of the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, it's in some ways like looking in a mirror. They're fast. They like to play in transition, aggressive, up-tempo style. They try to be disruptive on defense, get after your ball, try to take your ball. So it does. It in some ways mirrors, what we do, what they do. But a good team, well-coached team, and a team that you can tell is, like us, first-year coach and headed in a good direction.
Okay, we'll go to Zoom. First question will come from Adam Epstein.
Hey, Coach.
What's up,
Hey,
Ewa?
Coach. What's up, man? Hope you're enjoying Paradise. Usually with the MTEs, I feel like
Paradise is in about 30 minutes when we're in the gym there. Awas, come on.
Well, usually with these MTEs, it's right at the beginning of the season, but you guys have actually played two really close games. How do you think that has prepared you for this battle on Wednesday?
Yeah, I mean, everything we've done is a build-up, right? So, again, we're playing another top 100, top 80, top 75, top 70, whatever they are, type team, just like us. So we don't hide from any of it. If we got to come here to play these types of games, we'll come here. If we got to, if we can find neutrals, we'll play neutrals. If we can find, really good home and homes like NC State, we're going to play them. So we want to test ourselves. These guys want to test themselves. And yeah, it's only made us better, playing those games and being able to learn from those games and say, all right, we were right there, but we didn't do X, Y, and Z, and we can improve on X, Y, and Z. That's what we want. So, we got to have a good day of preparation. We had a good day yesterday before we left. We got to have a good day of preparation today, being locked in with what we need to do. And being able to, obviously, down here, eliminate distractions and know that we're here for business, and, business is playing the game tomorrow.
Okay, we'll go next to. Okay, we'll go next to Joey Dwyer.
Hey, Coach. Just
What's up, Joey?
how's it going, man?
Good.
You guys are on a big stage this week. Just what do you want people to know about your team? What do you want them to see? And what do you want them to know about your vision for this thing?
Yeah, I think specific to this team, they are a really great group to be around. It's been really enjoyable connecting with them, watching them connect with each other, all the way since the summer to now, just watching their growth and their care for the right things, caring about each other, caring about winning, caring about playing good basketball, playing the right way, doing the right things. I think people will see that. I had a referee in a recent game, a high-level referee, come over to me and say that, he said, man, you can tell that this group really enjoys playing together. And he's like, you got all this talent and all these things. And he's like, but you can tell. And this is a guy that's, will ref probably 150 games this year and be everywhere. For him to say that with a couple minutes to go in a good game, that means something. So, that's what I want people to see, and that's always going to be our vision for the program is we want to get really good players that are really good people. And if you start there, if you start with the good people and good players, the rest of it kind of falls in line.
Okay, for both of the players, obviously the focus is on hoops while you're here. What are you looking forward to most, though, while you're down in the Bahamas?
Really just getting out that weather. Virginia's been kind of cold out there, so just coming out here and getting some
60 degrees.
That's cold, man. That's cold enough for me. No, but that's something I was excited to come down here for, just getting some sun and just enjoying the time with my teammates. These type of tournaments right here, you remember forever. You know what I'm saying? So deep building these memories with my teammates and enjoying this, like Coach said. I mean, that's number one for us to go and get a win is having fun with each other and going to play. So
Barry?
Yeah, definitely. I can say, touching on what Bam said, like this going to definitely help us get a better connection with each other and things like that. And for myself, it's a blessing for me because I never been out the country, so I'm just blessed to have like VCU in my corner helping me do things like this. So yeah.
All right, we've got another question on Zoom from Zach. Go ahead, Zach.
Barry, what's up, man? Zach Joaquin, Richmond Times Dispatch. What do you feel like has clicked for you these last couple of games, man? Phil said that it can kind of start with you on the defensive end a lot of the time with you being engaged there, and then everything else comes. Do you think that's true? And what do you feel like you've been doing well these last couple games? Thank you.
I feel like this is my preparation. I've been getting in there like lifting a lot, but I also want to give credit like to my teammates because they be on me in practice a lot. Like Bam, he always tell me go harder. So just having guys like him on my side just helped me a lot. Even a freshman, Jordan Tillery, he'll yell at me sometimes, and I know it's like a freshman not supposed to yell at a senior, but I'm a type of guy that can handle those things and don't think I'm above the group because I'm a senior. So.
All right,
Thank you.
We'll go back to Dustin on Zoom.
Hey, thank you, Coach. I had a couple quick questions in regards to coaches' challenges since you have those this year. Can you explain, I guess, kind of how that makes you consider the use of timeouts, particularly in the second half of a game? And is that something that you have to consider, or you just kind of keep with the same way you've done things?
Yeah, I mean, you have to consider it. I'll be honest with you, I think it's been overblown. I go back to any of these changes that we make. I remember when we moved the 3-point line, and I think I was at Niagara, and it became like everybody was like, "We're moving the 3-point line back, and what is it gonna mean for spacing?" And and everybody adjusted pretty easily. You know, the shot clock. I haven't been around for. I mean, I was a kid, but I remember the 45-second shot clock, and then it was 35 and now 30. And everybody was like, well, this is going to change and it doesn't really, to some extent, but it's minimal change. I think with the challenge, kind of the same thing, to be honest with you. There's only so many things we can challenge, right? I'm watching these games and you're seeing, guys are mad because they get called for a foul and they're looking over at the bench, wanting to challenge. Well, you can't. So, until we get to that point, and now you're challenging all these things, I think it's minimal. How many goaltends do you really see? Certainly the out of bounds is we've when those come, I'm looking at our guys behind the bench to say, all right, should we be challenging that? But you do have to take in consideration, hey, I've already used that timeout. I can't really use another one to challenge. Do I really want to use it? And the reality is in a lot of these games, the games that are on ESPN is a little different, but a lot of these games in regular arenas and regular gym, there's only so many cameras and angles, right? So we did one in an exhibition where we don't have that an out of bounds, just to see, and we didn't really have an angle I think we were right to challenge it, but the angle we had couldn't really show it, right? It's not the NFL where you have, 460 cameras and they can zoom in on everybody's shoelaces. Like it's not that. So, I think it's been a little bit overblown. I mean, I've mostly scouting at this time, but the games I'm able to watch through scouting, the games I'm able to watch on TV at night and flip on a game, I haven't seen it like majorly impact the game. Now, is it important? It's important, and we have to have it, and we have to be ready for it. But again, like with the out of bounds, the block charge, the goaltend, the things that you can challenge are, not even happening. I don't think the out of bounds is the most. The goaltend and the block charge are happening not even once a game. So, the opportunity to challenge is limited anyway.
And maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, but one other question in regards to that is you referenced looking at the guys behind the bench. Can you explain the process, especially like let's say it's an out of bounds and you're blocked by players and you've got one of your players twirling their finger. How do you decide in that short amount of time to say, hey, I need to use this timeout? What is the mechanism that you guys go through? Thank you.
Yeah, so they have iPads, behind the bench that those clips get sent directly right away. Like they're watching it, they can watch the game live on the iPad. And then if there's a play, I can turn to them and say yes or no. And they're zooming in and looking and to be honest with you, we haven't used one in a regular game yet. Only in the exhibition. And anytime I've turned on those, they've said, nah, that was off us, move on. So yeah, it's pretty quick. Although sometimes in the moment it doesn't feel as quick as I would like it to, but yeah, it's pretty quick.
Thank you very much.
And I've got really good guys back there. Harrison Chipkin, our video guy, is as good as there is in the business. He's super sharp. And then Brendan Phelps, who's on my staff, and Luke St. Lifer, they're usually the kind of the three eyes on it at a given time and kind of giving me just move to the next play.
All right, we've got time for one last question from Adam Epstein.
Coach, so it's a big battle with South Florida. I mean, they played Coppin State, you played Coppin State. You're going to have another mutual opponent later in GW, and you said these teams kind of mirror each other. So is there maybe one thing you could point to where you think you would have an advantage?
They're a little more reliant on like certain guys where we can kind of spread it out a little bit more. Just maybe go a little deeper. But they have I think we both have firepower, for the most part, when guys are out there, they're guys that can bring it. So on both ends. So, maybe that's a slight advantage, but again, they're a little more reliant on their starting five, but they do have good bench players that have been playing well. Where we've gotten a little more probably contribution all the way down the line. But in one game, 140-minute game, I don't know if that gives you a major advantage.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
You too.